Yo, what's up, chat? Ooh, my goose. Stretch. Okay, alright. Today, I wanted to talk about. Today, I wanted to talk about the soldier's mentality and the mentality of just never, stop fighting. Thing is, especially as a man, but I think anyone can encapsulate this. Any person, anybody with a working, fully functioning brain and body. Life is it's gonna two-piece you sometimes, bro. It's gonna give you that 1-2 Mike Tyson combo, bro. Like, it's just inevitable. No matter who you are, no matter if you're rich, poor, no matter if you're black, white, no matter what race you are. Now, some races are obviously gonna get that two-piece combo a lot more than others, but we're not even talking about that. What I'm talking to you about is the fact that you gotta have a mentality through it all. See, the thing is, people don't realize that when someone says, hey, your problems aren't that big because there's people starving in Africa, they take it wrong, like as if that's making someone minimize their problem. But no, that's just them trying to give you a new perspective so that you can realize that your problem isn't that big of a deal. And the reason I brought up that as an example is because that leads into my next example. You guys have to realize a lot of our grandparents or parents or just ancestors in general have been in these disgusting, decrepit, awful, horrendous wars. I just finished playing World at War campaign, bro, and the sad thing about that campaign, because it's so fun, it's a blast, but the sad thing about it is there's so much shit in there I can tell definitely did happen. Like when the Japanese people either play dead or they fake surrender, just all that stuff definitely did happen, and people had to witness that. They had to witness people literally being blown to bits. They had to witness people being set on fire by flamethrowers. They had to witness people just starving to death. Like, this is the worst of the worst. People had to witness the worst of the worst, and that's why I'm titling this "The Soldier's Mentality," because no matter how much stuff they saw, no matter how many things they had to witness, no matter it's gruesome, brutal, horrendous, awful things they had to see, they never stopped fighting. They never gave up. They never had excuses. They never thought that their problems were the worst of the worst, because they knew that there was worse than what they were going through. Not just that, but they had a reason to fight. To me, I feel like everyone should have a reason to fight, and that should be themselves. It should be their family, and more than all that, to me, it's like if I'm very spiritual now. I'm getting more into religion and into faith, and I feel like if you don't believe in God, then in reality, I'm not even trying to be mean. If you do not believe in God, what is your purpose here? You're just here to exist. There's obviously a reason you're here. Everyone has a reason to be here, and everyone has a purpose. And that should be the reason you fight no matter what, especially considering you don't have to see people get blown up every single day. You don't have to see people get shot to death, set on fire, starve to death, bleed out. You don't have to see all these horrible, horrendous things that a soldier had to. But you can still encapsulate their mentality to get up and keep going. Life is not going to be a cakewalk, and even if it is, if it's a cakewalk, then it's probably even worse that way, because through adversity is how we grow. A lot of people don't want to admit that, a lot of people don't realize that, but through adversity is how you grow as a person. That's how your brain expands, and that's how you realize how you should react to certain situations. Without that sense of, I got through this, I got through that, you're almost like a child, you know what I mean? Children, they don't really have as much adversity, and even when it is in front of them, they don't realize it, they don't recognize it nearly as much. But as a grown person, or even someone growing, that adversity should be seen as an opportunity to grow, to leave those childlike thoughts behind. But I don't think I don't think as a grown person you should completely abandon your childhood feelings and all the childlike wonder and curiosity and all that. I think that's very good to have, but I do think you can't act like a child anymore when you grow up. Like, obviously you're gonna have more responsibilities, you have a lot more to handle, you have a lot more on your plate. Through these things that you have on your plate, you have to take them face on, because most things in this life, if you ignore these problems you have, they are only gonna get worse. That's most problems. So through acting like a soldier and taking it head on, that's how you grow the farthest, the most. That's how you grow the most, get the farthest with yourself, and that's how you realize how to adapt to certain situations, like a soldier. And I just think that with this mentality, most of your goals will become a lot more clear when you realize, what do I want to do, what do I not want to do? How do I do these things even if it's hard to do it? How do I get out of this thing even if it's hard to get out of it? You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like everyone should try and encapsulate that soldier's mindset as much as possible. Because like I said, I feel like everyone should be grateful that they're not in these life or death situations, but because of that, that also nerfs them in a way, and it makes them not want to try as hard because their life is not literally on the line. Their mind isn't in this horrible place. They haven't had to, tune out so many things. So I just wanted to do a quick short video today talking about the soldier's mentality, because to me it's quite important. It's quite important to be able to see that you're going through something that's hard, that most people won't be able to go through, but you can go through it, and you can be proud of yourself. You can be excited to go through it. You can, feel like you're special, you're unique, and you are. Everyone is. Everyone is here for a purpose, like I said already. Even if you don't believe in God for right now, because you'll probably end up eventually believing in him. You'll most likely have an interaction that will make you believe in him. Even if you don't believe in him, you do still have a purpose. You just aren't able to see it yet. Even if you feel useless, you still have a purpose. You're just not able to see it yet. That's the thing. A lot of people don't want to open their eyes up to their purpose either, because it might seem too hard to them. It might seem like too much work. But it's better than sitting here and just rotting away and just dying and letting your problems get a hold of you and you getting emotional and being unstable. It's better than pretty much laying down and just dying. Like, is it not better than just sitting there and rotting to death? This is real food for thought. But yeah, today's video was just about the soldier's mentality and why I think it's important that everyone around me has it. And I want my own sense of a soldier's mentality, because I've been dealing with a lot of things, and I've realized, like, the way you react to problems is more likely than not, the way you react to a problem is more important than the problem itself, like 99% of the time. So if you have the right mentality, if you're able to just go through it, push through the mud, fight all the demons, do your thing, this life is low-key yours. It's pretty much in your hands. I am an avid believer that the world is your oyster, and there's a lot of things you can do in this world, even if it seems impossible or hard or out of reach. But with a mentality like this, I do believe that you can start seeing how actually possible these things around you are. On top of that, I've seen with my own two eyes people get blessed in these ways where they think they want to do something in 5 years, and then they're able to do it immediately. People want to do it within, by the end of their life, and they can do it within 5 years, things like that. So if you just keep a good mentality, you keep fighting through it. And this isn't blind optimism. I'm not telling you to be blindly optimistic. I'm telling you to be realistically optimistic in a way, but more realistic than it is optimism. Because optimism can be dangerous if you're not being realistic about it. But that's where the mentality comes in, because you realize even if you can't take one option to reach the goal you want to reach, you can take another. So yeah, I just want to thank you guys for watching this video, and I appreciate you if you got this far and listened to all this talking, because these are things I actually do feel. I feel like if everyone had a stronger headspace, I feel like everyone's mentality has been dying throughout the past couple of years due to the internet, due to things like COVID, due to like social media and all these negative influences that make people think one way around about themselves when it's not the truth. They think that they're below other people, which I don't understand that at all. All because a celebrity has money or fame or any of those materialistic worldly things that will not come with you when you die, that does not mean they are better than you. More often than not, those people are worse than you, because to get to that money and fame and all those things, they had to do some awful things, which I don't doubt that some people are willing to do these awful things, but it's not worth your morals. It's never worth your morals to have some more money. It's never worth your morals to be more famous, because you can always do that stuff with your morals intact, especially in this time period we're in now. And just the majority of them do not. So yeah. Anyways, sorry about the mini rant on that one. I hope you guys have a good one, and I hope you guys do think about this more often, that you do need to have that soldier mentality, and you need to use it to grow to the highest version of yourself. I feel like everyone should be always actively trying to progress. They should always be trying to do better for themselves, and they should always be looking for more out there. Try to be looking for a deeper meaning behind everything, and deeper purpose. Anyways, you guys have a good one. Thank you for watching, and peace.